Hi, this is Crystal Griffith from Audio-Technica, and today I want to talk to you about using our USB microphones with the iPad. So what we have here are a couple of the USB microphones that we offer. This is the ATR 2500 USB, which is a side address condenser microphone, typically used by musicians or voiceover artists. This is the ATR 2100 USB microphone. It's a dynamic microphone, typically more suited for maybe like a vocalist or podcaster, for example. Now, both of these microphones were designed as plug-and-play type of applications. Obviously, the name says it all. It's got a USB adapter on both of the cords. Plug-and-play just basically means that it's simple to use. You don't need any special drivers when you're starting these up or whatever device you're using, and they don't load down your battery, so you're not going to need a lot of power to power these as well. What's also nice is that they come with a really great convenient feature with a headphone jack, which means that you can monitor what you're talking about as you're saying it into the microphone. All right, so what do we need to get these started on the iPad? So for this demonstration, we're just going to be talking about the ATR 2500, but all of these things also equate to the ATR 2100 USB as well. Okay, so what you're going to need is a way to get this USB cord into the iPad. So the iPad does not come with a USB connection. So you're going to need some sort of an adapter. What we're going to be using is a camera connector, which is from the Apple iPad camera connection kit that you can buy at Apple locations. And basically, like, it's just what I said. It's an adapter. So you plug in the USB cord at the end, and then you plug this into the dock port of the iPad. What you're also going to need is a piece of software. So for this demonstration, we're going to be using GarageBand for iPad. There are many different applications that you can download for that, but the iPad does not come with an audio recording software on it, so you're going to have to download some sort of an application for it. Okay, and as you can see, this is actually taking up the power dock port on the iPad. So that means that you're not going to be able to power your iPad while you're doing this, so make sure you've got a good charge on the iPad before you get started on a long recording session. We have our ATH T400 monitor headphones, so that's just going to plug right into the front, and you're going to be able to, again, listen to what you're recording as you're recording it into the microphone. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to turn the iPad on by pushing the home button and slide it to unlock. Now, when that happens, you're going to see the blue light come on the microphone, which means that the microphone is powered up properly. Okay, so let's swipe and find our GarageBand application. And we're going to swipe through the different instruments on the instrument page to find the audio recorder, which is the microphone icon. When we open that up, we're going to get this lovely VU meter. It does have a green arrow here, which is indicating that we do have something connected to the iPad. If you don't have that green arrow, that just means that basically you're not hooked up right. So you might want to check your connections, check your cords, make sure you've got everything aligned right and set up right. So basically we're ready to record, but what we want to do is fix a couple of the settings on the iPad really quick in GarageBand to make this a little bit easier. First, tap the puzzle button, which is going to be the song section button. This is where you set the length of the recording. You're going to notice that there is no timer on here. This isn't going to be doing this in minutes. Basically what this works in is bars, because this was designed more for an musician's type of recording application. So what we want to do though, in order to just keep it continuous, we're going to want to touch the Section A button, tap that, and then we want to tap the automatic on. So you can either put the automatic on, or you can manually adjust it to how many bars you think that the length of the recording is actually going to be. But for this purpose, we're going to just be doing it automatic. Automatic just means that this is going to be your continuous recording. Then we're going to tap the wrench icon. This is going to be where we want to do a couple of the song settings. You can choose to have a metronome on. You can have a count in. For this purpose, we're going to be turning the metronome off, but we're going to keep the count in on, because that's something that you typically want to have, before you start your audio recording. And again, tap anywhere on the screen to have that taken off. So before you get started recording, you're going to want to test the microphone a little bit. So check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Basically, the needle on the VU meter should stay between 0 and 100%. If it's getting a little bit too much into the red area, you might want to think about either backing away from the microphone a little bit, or maybe lowering the voice or the volume of your speech a little bit so that you're not going to get any distortion while you're recording. Okay, so basically we're ready to record. I'm going to put on my monitor headphones. I'm going to tap the record button and the count in. Ideal for podcasting, home studio recording, field recording, and voiceover use, the ATR 2500 USB plugs right into your computer's USB port and functions seamlessly with your favorite recording software. And tap the stop button. To play back your track, you're going to tap the Tracks View icon, and there's going to be your track there. And in order to listen to your track, you're going to need to put your headphones back on. The way that this is all routed together, because this has a headphone monitor function in it, that's going to take out any kind of functionality that the iPad has and going to feed that into your headphones. So we're going to put the headphones back on, and we're going to tap play and play the track back.
Ideal for podcasting, home studio recording, field recording, and voiceover use, the ATR 2500 USB plugs right into your computer's USB port and functions seamlessly with your favorite recording software.
I hope you've enjoyed our demonstration of using the iPad with our USB microphones. And as with anything, with Audio-Technica, we'd like you to experience more.